Well, I am in a happy mood. Would you all like to know why? Well, just two wonderful words that I love to hear myself say time and time again. Perfect predictions. Can't get any better than that. What's going on, people? It's your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up. Welcome to another results and review video, Apollo Talk. What's going on today is what's going on yesterday. We're talking about WWE Evolution, WWE's first ever all-women's pay-per-view. Hint, it really wasn't, but it was great. I didn't know exactly how I was going to feel at the end of the show. It wasn't hyped enough. The focus has been on Crown Jewel forever. And what exactly should be the main focus here? Well, the main event definitely should not have been the last match in this case. I definitely think Charlotte and Becky should have gotten that spot. That match was great. But let's run down the show, see what went down. Was it a perfect show? No. Was it a great show? Yes, it was. Really enjoyed Evolution. Let's get right into it. First of all, the kickoff. Really just a bunch of talking. There was no matches on the kickoff, no surprises there. Another spoiler right now, if you have not yet seen the show, maybe actually stop right now and go watch the show. Nothing to do with the NXT UK Women's Championship. I still don't know if there is a champion right now, or if it's still vacant, or if it still doesn't even exist yet. I don't spoil myself. So, as far as I know, there has been no development with that. Moving on. As I said, the kickoff was mostly just talking, then Michael Cole showed up, and then R-Truth showed up. Yeah, they're kind of men, and then Michael Cole stayed on the announcer's table for the rest of the night. Completely unnecessary. That's all I have to say to that. It was just a huge letdown in the thought of, can't we just have Renee Young and Beth Phoenix do this? They do their jobs well together. No, throw in Michael Cole. See, this isn't more of a Cole issue as much as we love to throw criticism towards him. It's more of any guy who is doing full-time commentary, take a night off, basically was the mindset. And no, we couldn't do that, so that was a big disappointment. But on to the show itself. No. We kick things off with Trish Stratus and Mickey. Wrong. We kicked off with Trish Stratus and Lita taking on Mickie James and Alicia Fox. I was a bit confused at the beginning of the show, though, because there was an interview with Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, and the message out of it was that Alexa Bliss was going to compete tonight. A bit confused there, but then we get to the actual show. No, Alicia Fox is taking her place, but Bliss still came out, did a promo, stayed at ringside, and even interfered in the match. I was a bit surprised she did that, because they don't usually allow injured staff to do that. So, kind of caught me off guard. The match itself, actually pretty good. Trish and Lita were really throwing it all around, and Mickey and Fox, they had their moments of control, but no, it was definitely Trish and Lita's night. Eventually, they finally got their set of moves. Referee botch. We all saw it. It's okay. I think it was Fox who missed her cue earlier to break up the pin. But then double moonsault by Lita hits both of them. Chick kick by Trish. 1, 2, 3, pinning Mickie James. Trish Stratus and Lita win. It was a good feel moment to kick off the show. Really happy about it. And overall, strong start. Moving on, second match of the night, the Battle Royal, and I will give props where it's due. Number one, it was actually really enjoyable for me. Number two, even though it was on the main show, you got everyone's entrances in. I didn't think they were going to do that. I was thinking in my head, if they haven't started the show with it and did the entrance on the kickoff for everyone, they're not going to give everyone a fair entrance. But no, I was wrong. Everyone got some time in for their entrance, some shorter than others, but the music was there, the announcements were there. It was exactly what it needed to be, so I was really impressed that they gave everyone time for it. So we had a fair share of women in the match, some from Raw, SmackDown, and the Legends. I don't think there was any additional bonus entrance. I think it stayed at 21. The match itself, though, like I said, it was good. Started off with the Iconics coming out last, doing a promo, taking shots, and obviously they're the first ones thrown out. and then slowly but surely we're getting down to who exactly is in the final four, final five. It looked like we had what I kind of expected. It was Asuka, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, and Tamina. The kind of four I would expect after the past couple of weeks of the small build of this match to be in this spot. So we're moving on. Asuka gets thrown out by Ember Moon. Wow, I did not see that coming. That is some awesome storytelling and revenge play for everything Ember went through in NXT with Asuka. They don't really have any grudges against each other as far as I know, obviously both of them being face, but it was just a really surprising moment. It's like Ember got her due. And then Tamina's getting some offense in. I'm glad she stayed that long. Her and Nia had a really cool spot earlier on where they kind of just, a little tribute to Roman Reigns. I don't need to say it. You need to watch it. That's all I have to say. It was just a good feel moment. But she gets caught with an eclipse, and Ember throws Tamina out. So, okay, we're down to Ember Moon and Nia Jax. Nia Jax was one of my main picks, my Raw pick. I was thinking I may have underestimated Ember. And it looks like Ember is going to try to get Nia out the same way Chris Benoit did the Big Show in the 2004 Royal Rumble. Never forget. But out of nowhere, a person who was not eliminated, and me and my friends were talking about her the whole match. When did she get eliminated? I didn't see it. Zelina Vega creeps in and tries to chuck both Nia and Ember out of the ring. She thinks that she succeeded. She was celebrating in the ring, but Nia and Ember were still on the apron. All of a sudden, in comes Nia. Zelina, you are in trouble. Boom. Throws her out onto Tamina. Ember had a chance, but she couldn't take it. She kept trying to clothesline Nia out of the ring. Eventually, Nia came back, caught her with a big spinebuster, and just chucked Ember out. Hey, it's exactly what I expected. Nia Rousey 2 is going to happen with a real finish. So, Battle Royal, no worries. Moving on. Loved it. Match 3. Now, this is the first match where I felt legitimately worried. It was the finals of the second Mae Young Classic. Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. Now, as much hype as I heard for Shirai, and I believe I commented this during my predictions video, if you all saw it, I am not at all a fan of Io Shirai. The hype, I'm thinking of the right word in this case. And as you guys know, it's not like I script this. I love just talking to you guys about it and uncensored as I can be, without unnecessary language, because sometimes what's the point? But I feel like Io Shirai coming to WWE, it was overhyped and over-exaggerated, and I've heard about this, my friends have finally agreed with me about her, and now I've even heard that Botchamania is criticizing her for her moonsault. It's just not impressive. I don't find Io Shirai's character anything like Kairi Sane, who really grabbed me, even though at first I was against her for just being the obvious favorite. But no, Kairi, you backed it up and you're still great. Love you. Io, not quite. The match itself was decent, but it was nothing like some of Toni's matches in the tournament already, especially her semifinals match this year. That was incredible. This was okay, though. She hit her Tiger Driver, or Tiger Bomb, I forget what they call it, Storm Killer or something. I honestly don't pay attention too much to some finisher names, especially when they get it wrong. So she hit her finisher, Io kicks out. Okay, kind of expected. Io gets a moonsault on the outside, gets German suplex on the apron, then goes for the moonsault in the ring. The knees from Toni are up into another finisher. 1, 2, 3. Toni Storm won the Mae Young Classic. That was pretty cool. Felt really satisfied with that, thinking, oh, this is the right choice. But then the thoughts start to come in. Hang on. Are they going to announce her the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion? No, not quite. Triple H showed up, another man, and Stephanie showed up because why would she not? She's the creator of life at this point, and presenting flowers, the trophy, another good feel moment there. I'm really glad Toni Storm won. Moving on. Match 4, and this was where I was actually worried the show was going to lose its momentum. But no, and you'll be surprised what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 6-woman tag team match like we've seen 600,000 million times in the past year-ish. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Natalya versus the Riot Squad. At first, the match was exactly what I expected, but then they just went spot crazy. The Riot Squad did every possible thing they could try to do to try to win this match. Every kind of double team move, every chance they had, it was either just breaking up the pin barely or that kick out. It was good. If they did this every week for these 6-woman tag team matches, oh my gosh, I would be so into that. It was such a good match when we got to the spots. I'm not even criticizing or being sarcastic. I really enjoyed this match. But finally, the faces came back in, I think it was 2 finishes in a row on Sarah Logan, I think. I think it was Sarah Logan who took the pin. Either way, belly to belly, and then a frog splash by Sasha, who got the pin. Fairly decent, but I'm not surprised the faces won here. But great match. Again, props for making this match really good. I'm really glad they had the time to do that. Moving on, so far we are 4 matches in. We have 3 left, and all of them are for the championships. That's right, the last 3 matches of the show were for the titles. Not a bad choice in booking, but like I said, I know the SmackDown Women's Championship should have been the main event. But let's talk about the NXT Women's Championship first. If you guys saw my predictions, I feel like I was making the biggest gamble. But in my mind, it made sense. There is no reason for Shayna Baszler to go to the main roster yet. She's been a really good character in NXT. She's like more of a dangerous version of Asuka when she gets focused and in the zone. And what happened here, not exactly the way I would have played it out, but what happened after a fairly decent match until the point Shayna got thrown into some of her UFC buddies. Ooh, interesting. And not Ronda Rousey for anyone concerned. I don't believe she was at ringside for that match. But then what happened exactly? Well, the referee in the match, and I don't know her name, apparently was not paying attention to anything that went on. Shayna's buddies must have gotten at least 2 cheap shots in there, maybe 3, without the referee seeing them when the referee was up. So it was like, what is going on here? How is she missing this? But Shayna Baszler, after I think the 3rd or 4th interference from her friends, locks on that sleeper, that clutch, and Kairi Sane passes out and loses the NXT Women's Championship to Shayna Baszler. Oh my goodness, it was so satisfactory for me. I thought I was taking a gamble, and when it came to the show, I was really worried, but it made sense. It made sense. The feud is not over, and to keep it going even more strong, Shayna's buddies have actually done something. And Shayna Baszler is the first ever woman to become a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. So bravo, bravo. I was fully into that. NXT will swerve you. You've got to be ready for it. I was ready for it that night. Moving on to the real main event. Not Sasha Banks, don't know where that came from. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I believe the tongue is starting to cooperate. In a last woman standing match. Well, going into this, I feel like this is the match I was definitely one of the ones I was more worried about, but at the same time, one of the ones I feel like, is this going to be disappointing? No, it was not disappointing. The referee was disappointing, but not the match. They did an awesome job. They had some really creative spots. I don't feel like I need to comment too much on this match. You just need to go see it. This match was great. The finish was great too. I will talk about the finish. Charlotte looked like she was going to go for a moonsault with Becky on a table to the outside. Becky gets up and power bombs Charlotte through the table, just like how Bliss stole Becky's first title in 2016. The exact same way. Charlotte so close to getting up, and it looked like she was up at one point, but the referee called the 10, rang the bell, Becky Lynch won, and she is still the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Really good feel moment. The crowd was totally into it. The referee really missed out on some spots, though. There was at one point where Charlotte was on her knees yelling at Becky, but the referee just stopped counting at 9. It was like, I checked the rules. Apparently, talking still does not allow you to stop counting, referee. You're being silly. It was weird. There were some really weird referee moments during this show, but Those are the referees, not the competitors. Becky and Charlotte killed it. Props to both of you. I loved it. Again, I'm not going to talk about this match in its entirety. You need to go see it. It was great. On to the last match. Obviously, the Raw Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey, Nikki Bella. Ooh, it scared me. I'll admit it. There were some moments. Brie Bella was interfering like crazy, and again, the referee was really not paying attention. And Nikki eventually hit some really quick moves and even hit her finisher, and I was just like, oh my gosh, no, she kicked out. Ronda Rousey did kick out of everything. Eventually, finally, she was able to catch in her armbar. Really cool setup, too. I think it was off the second rope or something to the ground where she was able to just grab the arm and just cinch it in. Nikki taps. Ronda Rousey keeps the championship. Again, my only complaint is that this match was in the main event spot. Should not have been. Becky Charlotte without a doubt, and I will keep saying that because that is something I strongly believe in. Overall, though, Evolution was a really good show. It definitely lived up to the little hype it got in the past few weeks. I really hope this is something they continue to do, maybe even 2 times a year. It felt special. That's because it was special. And I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen next. Hopefully they will be able to get another Women's Rumble next year. I don't see why they shouldn't. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, everyone, all the female talent that was able to show up for the show. Do what you love, entertaining us. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a great show. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you loved about Evolution. What did you think was going to happen? Which match did you enjoy the best? Do you agree with me? Disagree? Let me know. I cannot wait to read your opinions in the comments below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and you do not have to wait long to see me again. I will be back on Thursday for my WWE Crown Jewel prediction, because apparently that is still happening. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, really enjoying WWE right now. Just hope it keeps the momentum going as we go into November. See you guys in another video. Keep it real.